Hello, in today's video I'll explain how to use this remote controller touchscreen, all the functions of it, all the gestures and everything else on DJI Osmo Mobile 8P. Okay, so first of all we have the home right here. On top you have the status bar. This icon in the top left shows the connection status between the gimbal and the phone. Then you can also have a green button that I don't have right now, but it's possible to get it. Like a green icon that shows the tracking status. Solid indicates that the tracking feature is available, while blinking indicates that a subject is being tracked. Then it's available to the tracking feature of either the multifunctional module that you may have attached right here. If it has like a camera and a fill light, then that's the multifunctional module, and that allows you to track. Then it can also be used with your phone, with a DJI Mimo or the native phone camera if it's connected by Bluetooth. I'll actually show you that because I think it's worth knowing how it works. So okay, let's do it. And as you can see, it shows this icon, meaning it is available. Now I'll rotate the camera to myself. Now there I am, and as you can see, it is automatically tracking me. The icon is blinking, and as I move, it is rotating. When I press on the trigger on the back of the device, then it'll stop tracking me. It'll disappear, and that is basically how it works. Now I'll put the gimbal in sleep mode. Sorry, I shouldn't have. And of course you have the battery level. When you tap on it, you can view the battery levels of both the gimbal and the multifunctional module, and the remote controller. Then you have follow modes right here. These can be changed like so. Well, I only have two for some reason. Maybe if I put it like so. Hold on. Now, when I have tracking disabled, I can switch between different modes, and those modes are explained in a different video on the channel. The tracking modes explained. Then the third button is rotating the phone horizontally 180 degrees. As you can see right here, this is what it looks like. Pretty easy. Try to show you more so you can see everything better. Then this one, this button is to switch between photo and video modes. You can see I'm in photo mode right now, and if I switch, I'm not in video because I'm not in the DJI Mimo app. I'm in the native camera, but that would switch it. Then the next one is to switch between landscape and portrait orientations, like that, with this button right here. And then this one, the last one, is to switch between the front and rear cameras. And it also works in native app as well as DJI Mimo. Now, when you swipe down from the top of your screen, you have lots of different things. The first one is unavailable because I don't have the multifunctional module, but it lets you enable the fill light, which after attaching the multifunctional module or DJI OM fill light, you can tap on it to use the feature. You can also reset gimbal Bluetooth with this button. Then you can switch remote controller connection to connect to another device on the remote controller, but you need to detach it in order to be able to use it. Now, the next thing here is the settings. If you click on it, you can adjust a few settings here. Now let's swipe up. Now let's swipe up from the bottom and find different features. So here you can adjust the gimbal following sensitivity. You might have seen that I was pretty quickly tracked. Let's set it to slow. Now, when I make the camera face me and I enable the tracking, then you can see it is slower a little bit. Not that much slower though. But when I switch this to fast, now you can see how fast it is actually. So this is what it's like. Now the next button is this one, and it's joystick settings. You can change the speed of joystick. The joystick control can be free or horizontal, vertical. So free means you can move in all directions, including the diagonal, and these ones are basically excluding diagonal directions. You can invert directions. Then you can go here to this button, which is creative capture. And when you click on it, you can set different things, like to make it automatically do something, like automatically spin shot. You can do a preview. Well, it's not doing anything, is it? Probably I may need to enter the app in order to use it. So let's do it. Let's click here. Then let's preview. Well, it's not doing anything. Let's click on start instead. I can't. Well, okay. That is weird. Let's try doing a surround shot and do a preview. And preview works here as well as start, and it'll just start recording. So yeah, that is basically it here. Now let's get to another feature. And the next one is gimbal status. I don't know if you can click on it. You can do manual balancing, you can do auto calibration and horizontal adjustment. I'll get to that in a moment, but first it basically shows you if anything is all right. If the balance status is poor, it'll light up orange, and if it's extremely poor, it'll light up red. It's basically if your phone is not well balanced. I'll try to demonstrate that. If I move it like that, then the balance will not be great. And if I click on start, yeah, you can see it's not even trying to work properly. Yeah, it's not going to work if it's that bad. But let's try doing it a little better. Okay, now let's try doing that. So now it'll tell me that the balance is poor. Now it's better. Now it's poor. Yeah. So it has to be properly adjusted. But then you can do manual balancing. Manual balancing, first you need to place it horizontally for the calibration. So I'll place it on the tripod. Then now it'll show me some things on the screen. You don't see them. So I'll just try to show you how it looks. And this is what it looks like here. It shows me this line, and it tells me whether to move the phone on the balancing, like by moving it like so, sliding it, to make it balanced. And it has to be green, like the line on the bottom has to be green. And then there's auto calibration that I'll probably also need to place it horizontally. Let's start a calibration. And now it is calibrating basically. Now the calibration was successful. And the last thing is horizontal adjustment. It will be best visible if I open the app And now, if your phone is not sitting straight, you can try to physically align it to sit straight, or you can go to horizontal adjustment and just adjust it like so. You can see how just barely the phone moves, but it does, and that's how you can actually adjust it. Yeah, and now let's go to the next part, which is sliding from the left, but I won't be able to show you that. It's basically if you have the multifunctional module attached, then you can manage it here. And if you slide from the right side towards the center, you can use phone mirroring. But there's another video on how to set it up on both Android and iPhone. And I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.